Hi everyone, Steve here. Today I'm going to be looking at generating interesting cymbal patterns within a larger drum pattern using some random elements and a little bit of control of those elements. The primary tools I'll be using will be the fabulous 512 vector sequencer. I'll be using a Michigan Synthworks Twiigs quad Bernoulli gate. I'll be using some tip-top drum modules, which are mostly connected to a Circadian Rhythms, which is just there. And I've got a Basimilus Iteritas Alter, just doing a kick every now and then. And I'll be using maths as well. So there's a fair bit going on to create this relatively simple sounding arrangement. So I'll just start off with what I'm doing here for the cymbals. I'm going to hit run, and what you're going to hear is a light kick sound from the BIA and the open and hi-hat. Well, you'll hear the hi-hat pattern as I've got it configured via the tip-top HATS808 module. Okay, so I've got part 6 from my vector sequencer running the hi-hats. Okay, and you're only hearing the closed hi-hat at the moment because on the Twiigs I've got it selected to be 100% towards the closed hi-hat output. Now I'm going to just open that up a bit so that it's introducing some coin tosses that are going to flip to the open hi-hat. And it spits out that lovely intermittent open hi-hat there. Okay, so now let's bring in the rest of the beat. Unmuting the circadian channels. Increase the delay on the BIA. That's with the Michigan Synthworks unit 100% to open, 100% to closed, in between. Alright, so now that's all well and good. We basically have some intermittent open and closed hi-hats working on a percentage from Twiigs. If we wanted to make it more interesting than that, and we do, what we might do is go into the vector here, and for part 6, which is my hi-hat control, which is just straight gates out, which are being split between the two instruments, I go to modulation. I can see my source, and I'm going to select external 1, which is mod 1 here, is an input from maths. So it's going to take the maths output of channel 4, operating on a moderately timed shape. And I'm going to select ratchet for the target there and set it to 70%, just because that's what feels good right now. So what I'm going to do, what's going to happen when I hit run now, is that occasionally, as maths curve changes, it's going to send that modulation into part 6, and that's going to affect the ratcheting of the outputs. Ratcheting is, of course, kind of a stuttering effect on a gate within a certain numerical relationship. So here we go. Yeah. Just playing with maths a little there, overdid it. Alright, that feels about right. Let's open up the rest of the circadian muted channels and we hit run and hear everything. Feels good. That feels pretty good. So what I'm going to do now is open up a mute that I've got on a Dizie, and I'm going to mute the hats and mute everything else. So when I hit start now, you're going to hear the Dizie with that BIA kick. And that's that demonstration.